It's just waking up. Oh, daar komt Anna nog bij. Die zijn wat dunner, hè?
Different in the wild, and even in the wild packs. Only when the pack is really pushing for food, like, and it's usually February, which is the hardest time of them for them to find food. Deer have generally migrated south. Beavers are harder to get a hold of under the ice. So if it's got 4 legs and fur, it's free game in February. They're not choosy. You know, they will do whatever they can to survive, and they will eat their own. And it's not like they wake up one day and go, "You're it. You know, you're the lowest ranking animal, we're going to eat you today." It's the ones that have been outcasted, whether it's old alphas, old dominant males from females, or lower ranking animals that can never get any higher and have been driven for some reason out of the family. If they return to the territory where the pack might be at that time, they're viewed as an intruder and a rival, and they will kill them. Now, if the pack is starving, that animal they just killed, which was one of their own, will now become a food source for the survival of that family. But they strictly, generally prefer only herbivores. These are 3 males. This is actually a show of dominance. So what you second most dominant male, he was actually dominating over his younger brother. The larger one over him now, Ebony. Ebony is the alpha male. He is the top male. So he's just giving Manitou that little bit, okay, well, you might be dominating over him right now, but don't forget who's in charge.
He's got a hold of his neck,
yeah? Well, he's just holding him down.
Oh.
Yeah. The mouth, his mouth is closed, he's just putting enough pressure of his neck on the other one. Yeah. So this is what males and females will do. This is how they do it, based on body language. See what you have here, this is Nishka. Nishka's a female. She's only 5. This is actual Manitou's litter mate sister. She's not a threat, she's not a rival, she's just going in to be nosy. Now the brown one on the ground, this is Cedar. Cedar's 2-year-old male. He's a very big male, but he's very cocky. And Manitou's got this chip on his shoulder ever since his dad left. Trax, our original alpha male, he died last summer of cancer. So for a couple of weeks span, we had all the boys kind of making arms about who was going to take over. So Ebony was automatically already the beta male, but due to con through it and just see if we can find them, see what's up. I mean, if it's an injury and we can help them, we will. We'll bring the vet in. Most of the time, any injuries they have, as long as they can clean the wound, we'll just monitor them, keep an eye on them. And that's about it. It's only if we really have to, we'll bring the vet in. Most of the time, if they get close enough or something's bothering you or something's bothering them, if you just put your hand in the air like that, they'll jump back 10 feet. Really? Yeah, they don't want anything to do with you. They're just curious what you're doing and how long are you going to be in here. But you got to start reading their body language. Because a full-blown showing subordination, submission to a higher-ranking animal, what they do is, that one wolf, they arch their back so far up in the air, and they tuck their tail way up underneath their belly, and their ears get pinned to the side or back, hackles go up on the back of the neck, their mouth open, they bare all their teeth, and their gums are up. But looking at them, the body, it looks like a cashew nut. So then what they do is they come in sideways and they turn themselves like this. So now that alpha, or that more dominant animal, looks at them and says, okay. Most of the time, if you get an alpha male or a younger male that's fairly dominant, if they start to get agitated, you can tell it because the bottom of their jaw starts to go. That's the time where you say, okay, it's time for us to go.
Das Alpha-Mail wurde gestört. Ich glaube, fliegen mögen sie nicht so gerne. Nee.
So you know we're here. Oh, sure. But you've eliminated the biggest stress level. the visual. Typically you have your three major types of stress on animals in captivity. Visual impact, viewing, compound size, and food source. So the bigger the compound, the more exercise they can get, the happier they are. And the fact that if they've had enough, they can go. They can do whatever they want when they want. And then the food source, how natural is it? The more natural it is, then they're eating everything they should be getting, and they're healthy, again, they're happy. So here, they're in 15 acres, there's 10 of them, the actual glass is all one way. So we've eliminated visual impact, and then your food source. Beaver, deer, and moose.
So where do you feed them?
Right up front,
How do you get the food out there?
walk it out.
So if you walk it out, they're not supposed to have it in the compound,
They
right?
don't, they stay away. We're feeding gate doors right there, so we step out on the compound, walk their food up there where Echo's laying right now. Moose. And it's a gamble, you never know when you're going to get deer or moose off the highway. So the main diet's beavers, which we buy from trappers.
So if you get a road till and they just got fed that afternoon, you get a freezer.
Oh, we do freeze. Unless it's a moose. Because, well, their food freezer, like it's a great big walk-in type restaurant freezer, it'll hold 300 beavers and 20 deer. And that's a year's supply. So if I get a phone call for a moose, that freezer's not empty enough to put a moose in it. So we get it today, it goes in there tonight. Yeah, we go down, we probably, most likely it's the OPP that phone us if it's a moose that's been hit. Because there's serious damage usually if somebody hits a moose, the driver's dead. The cars are right off and the passengers in the car are dead. So usually we don't want to hear that a moose got hit because unfortunately somebody died. So, but we have a good population in Haliburton of moose. They're just they're too smart to get hit. So it's, and probably I'd say the biggest area I've seen moose get hit is between Carnarvon and Bracebridge along 118. That is moose, serious moose country.
So people go a bit too fast.
Oh, it's yeah, like
blinded curves.
blinded curves, and you know, you come into a corner there and it says 70 kilometers an hour, and people are trying to take it at 100, and you know, all their, you know, the new sports cars can handle better than anything else. The problem is you come around that blind curve and it said 70, and there's a moose crossing or literally standing in the middle of the road. Boom, that's it.
What about the road?
Well, they're crossing from one side of it to the other because it's easier for their habitat, and two, during the heavy bug season of deer fly and horseflies, that little spot, you know, on the highway of openness and breeze and air, that's sanctuary for even half an hour. Because the bugs aren't as bad because you get that wind current coming through. Once they get off the road and they come back down into the bush and swamps, the bugs are all over.
So this guy saw moose yesterday.
Mhm.
He was walking. Moose I saw before he was walking.
Yeah.
Where's that picture of the lady who was attacked?
Took it down.
All black.
Oh no, he was put down within 6 hours after he got it.
No.
Because we couldn't get him back in. Tranquilizer guns do not work outside a confined area. Despite what the nature shows. Because
You
if
couldn't run with the other cop?
wild pack could kill him in less than 10 minutes. It's shred him.
Oh.
He's viewed as an intruder and a rival. They'll do it.